Hello, welcome to Community Connection. I'm your host, Gloria Enloe. As many of our viewers know, this show was designed to let the people of Jefferson City know what's happening in their community. Jefferson City has a lot to offer for families, for single people, for kids, for adults, for everyone. And summer is one of the most exciting times in Jefferson City. The weather is getting warmer, the days are lasting longer, and everyone is wanting to get outdoors and just do something fun. And Parks and Recreation here in Jefferson City is an excellent source for people who are wanting to do just that. So with us today is Phil Stiles from Parks and Rec. And Phil, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Gloria. Good to be here.
Well, as we said, summer is quickly approaching, whether we're ready for it or not. But a lot of good things come with summer. And I know during the month of May, you guys are offering some wonderful opportunities for families. Can you tell us a little bit about what's happening?
Sure. Probably one of our first events that is always a hit is the circus that we host down at the Washington Park Ice Arena. During the summer months, the ice is not on the ice bed, so we can use that facility as a multi-purpose facility. And we've been hosting the circus for probably 10 years now. It's a really good family-oriented circus. They produce 2 shows on Saturday, May 12th. And children 14 and under are free with the paying adults. I think adult tickets are $15.
And is that something that's been kind of a popular thing? A lot of people show up for that?
Yeah, we sell out both shows, and I think it's attracted over 3,000 people in the past years.
And is this kind of what you would expect from a circus that you might see in other cities with the animals and the clowns and everything like that?
There are animals and clowns and juggling acts, live wire acts. It's a really good circus.
Great. And you said both shows typically sell out, so good idea to get your tickets early?
Yeah, they sell tickets in advance, or not in advance, but at the door. So, you know, it's a good idea to get there about an hour to 30 minutes prior to the show.
Okay. And something for everyone of all age, I take it.
You bet. You bet.
Well, I know that you guys are really kicking into high gear, and that's not the only thing that's happening. What are some of the other events that people can look forward to?
Well, on May 19th, we're hosting our local Hershey Track and Field Meet, and this is open for kids ages 9 to 14. They can run in 2 events and participate in one of the field events, or vice versa, participate in the 2 field events and run 1 track event. Again, it's free. It's sponsored by the Hershey Food Corporation out of Pennsylvania. First place winners at the local level will advance to the state track meet, which is held here in Jefferson City on Friday, June 29th. And then first place winners at the state meet have an opportunity to advance to the national track and field meet, which is held out in Hershey, Pennsylvania. So it's an all expense paid trip for at least 5 Missourians.
Well, that sounds really great. And I know that the state track meets, when they come to Jefferson City, it's always a big event. It draws a lot of people to our community, and great for the economy too.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So. And now we get a chance for our locals to go out there and show the state what they're made of.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, one of the things that I'm really looking forward to is coming up. It's a little bit further down the road, but in June is KidsFest, a chance for us to showcase downtown and get out and have some fun. Tell us about KidsFest.
Well, KidsFest is, again, one of those long-standing traditional events in Jefferson City. It's been held in the downtown area for probably 5 years now. It's going on the 26th year of hosting. And KidsFest is really an opportunity to celebrate kids and the family. And what we try to do is to bring in as many kid-friendly and family-friendly organizations to showcase what they can offer kids and families throughout the summer months. And it's free activities from 10 o'clock in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. Something that we're bringing back this year is the Ameren UE bucket truck rides, so kids can get a ride in the bucket truck. And we'll have a tennis court set up on Madison Street. We'll have stage entertainment at Madison and High, hay rides throughout the day. So again, it's just a free event, and and a lot of good activities for the kids to participate in.
Yeah, you mentioned the bucket truck, and my daughter saw that last year, and her eyes just about bugged out of her head. She thought that was the coolest thing.
Yeah,
So,
it really is a neat idea.
yeah. Well, one thing I really like about KidsFest too is, as you said, you bring in local organizations that are kid-friendly, and it's great to go out there and just see people that you know, and maybe you know them in different circles, but I'll go out there a lot of times and see people from Lincoln University working, you know, at a booth, maybe watching over. A lot of times they bring animals out and have kind of like a petting zoo, and so it's nice to go out there and see people that you might not know they're involved with certain organizations.
Exactly.
And learn a little bit more.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you know, as you said, that's a long-standing tradition, been going on a long time. Is that another popular one?
Oh yeah, that event, you know, weather permitting, attracts probably upwards to 5,000 people throughout the day. So it's a good event.
And I like that it's in downtown Jefferson City, 'cause it's kind of easy to get to, and you can kind of go wherever you want to go and go at your own pace. And even though I take my daughter there, I think there's stuff for adults to look at too.
Oh yeah, yeah, and obviously the downtown stores and restaurants are open during that time too, so it's a good opportunity to get some shopping in as well.
Well, we've been talking a little bit about summer, and I think for a lot of people, summer officially kicks off Memorial Day weekend. It's something that a lot of people look forward to. And then I understand during Memorial Day weekend, around that time, you guys start opening the pools too.
That's correct. Our two pools, the Memorial Park Family Aquatic Center and Ellis Porter Riverside Pool, will open for the season on Wednesday, May 30th. Couple new attractions this year at Ellis Porter Pool. We're going to install a small kiddie slide in the wading pool, and we'll also have a climbing wall in the deeper water for the older kids to play on. So that's something we're looking forward to, and it'll be an added attraction to the swimmers out at Ellis Porter Pool. Over at Memorial Pool, we've been sprucing up the play structure. We repainted that this spring, and we've installed a couple what we call birthday party pads, where people can rent that space out and celebrate their kid's birthday at the pool. So that's something that we're looking forward to and expanding.
Yeah. And you know, obviously there is a small charge when you go to the pools, but it's really not that much when you consider all that you get out of it and everything that has to be maintained there.
Yeah, our pools are very reasonably priced. Memorial, I think, is priced at $5 for adults and $4 for youth. And then after 5 o'clock, we drop that to half price. And Ellis Porter Pool is, I think, $3 for adults and $2.50 for kids, so very reasonable.
Now, obviously, you have to be safety conscious when you have the pools, and I know you have lifeguards on duty and stuff, but weather-wise, what's the policy there if the pools are going to be open or closed?
Typically, we say air temperature 74 degrees or warmer. In the case of a threatening storm or threatening weather, anytime you hear thunder or see lightning, we immediately close the pool and clear the pool for at least 15 minutes from the last sound of thunder or the last sighting of the lightning. Obviously, we want to keep the swimmers there as long as possible, but sometimes that's not doable, and we have to close the pools for inclement weather.
Right. Well, no one probably wants to swim in weather like that anyway.
No, no, probably not. It might get wet.
Yeah. Well, those are two of the pools that we have, and they're obviously at our parks. And I know that a lot of work has been going on in the parks recently, and I know McKay Park in particular has had some big improvements. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about what's been happening?
Yeah, we recently installed a new playground over at McKay Park. The old playground was below the dam, and it was about 25 years old. It had really run its course, and we needed to repair it. So what we decided to do is move it up toward the restrooms and the parking lots, and it's just adjacent to the walking trail and lake, and it's a very nice playground. We have two playgrounds there. One is for smaller kids, ages 2 to 4, and then the bigger playground is geared for ages 5 and up. And been a very nice attraction addition to the park. We've been receiving a lot of good, positive comments about that. We are on kind of a playground renovation project right now. Later this summer, we're going to be opening a new playground over in North Jefferson City. by the new T-ball fields over there. And then we have a couple other playground projects coming up in the next year or two. Probably the biggest one is replacing the playground at Memorial Park.
Yep, that's the park that my daughter and I go to the most of all. It's closest to our house, and you know, this equipment's nice, but it takes, you know, time does do run its course, and it's expensive.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
Just the playground structure over at McKay Park, I think that total project was about $150,000.
Yeah, yeah, not cheap, but definitely worth it for the betterment of our community.
Yep.
Well, we've talked a lot about what Jefferson City has to offer for families and kids, but something that I think the adults in the community really look forward to in the summer is Thursday Night Live. And can you tell us what's on track for that?
Well, this is a program, an activity that we co-sponsor with the Downtown Association and among others. It's really a neat concept. What we do is we block off the streets from High down to Monroe Street or actually Jefferson to Monroe High Street, and then Madison down to Commercial Way. And we put a stage up at the intersection of Madison and High, and 3 bands are featured every Thursday night during the month of June. It's free, it's great family entertainment. Adults like to go down and sit outside the restaurants and bars to listen to the music. We try to tie in other activities with each of those Thursday Night Lives. The first Thursday Night Live this summer is going to tie in with the 100th anniversary of Jefferson City Fire Department.
Yeah.
And we're tying that in with the fire school, the statewide fire school that Jefferson City hosts every year. There'll be fire trucks and fire apparatus lined down High Street. We're hoping to have some more surprises that the fire department personnel will be participating in. So it should be a really neat event. And then obviously the last Thursday Night Live in June, we create a beach down on Main Street. We bring in 60 to 70 tons of sand and create a beach, and kids can play in it, build sand castles, bury themselves, whatever. So it's really a neat party theme and atmosphere, and we also incorporate the wingding that night, so you can purchase tickets for that.
Well, great. Well, Phil, we've covered a lot of different things. For people that might want to look up some of those dates in the future for future reference, where can they go to find out more?
Well, they can look us up on our website at www.jeffcitymo.org/parks. They can call us at 634-6482. Stop in at our office at 427 Monroe Street. And we also are on Facebook, so they can look us up on Facebook.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming by today. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Gloria.
And we appreciate you, our viewers at home, for watching JCTV. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to be talking with some folks from downtown Jefferson City about other events that are happening coming up soon. So we'll be right back.
In America, you are not required to offer food to the hungry or shelter to the homeless. There is no ordinance forcing you to visit the lonely or comfort the infirm. In fact, nowhere in the Constitution does it say you have to provide anything for anybody. Thank you for all you've given. Imagine what more could do.
Hello, welcome back to Community Connection. I'm your host, Gloria Enloe. During the first half of the show, we were able to talk with Phil Stiles from Jefferson City Parks and Rec about some of the events that are coming up in the Jefferson City community. And we talked a lot about some events that are happening downtown, but there's even more happening downtown in the spring and the summer. And with us today, we have two guests from the Downtown Association, Lance and Stephanie. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you, Gloria.
Thank you. Well, for some of our viewers who may not be familiar with it, could you guys talk a little bit about what the Downtown Association is?
We're a community organization for the betterment of the downtown area in Jefferson City, all volunteer organization. Our members are mostly made up of downtown businesses, and there's associations, professional groups, so we have a wide variety of membership. And we do a lot of community events to promote the downtown. We try to do some advertising, cooperative advertising for our downtown members. So we do a lot just to promote our area and get people to enjoy the downtown.
Well, Stephanie, obviously you work for the Downtown Association, and as Lance said, it's an all-volunteer group, so a lot of effort has to go into that. What draws you to working for downtown? What do you like about it?
I like volunteering for downtown. As a child, my mom had a business downtown, and so I kind of grew up, shopping in the downtown stores, seeing the people working in the downtown area, and just kind of fell in love with it. It's a beautiful area. There's so much to do, and I just feel like because I have been benefited by the downtown area, it's nice to give back now.
Great, and I agree. It is a beautiful area. It's one of my favorite places in Jefferson City to visit. And there's always a lot going on down there. And Lance, I understand that in May you guys have a couple of events coming up, and one of those is Cinco de Mayo. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. Cinco de Mayo is, we have some members that are in the Central East End, which is just down from the downtown area. O'Donoghue's and Prison Brews in that area, and we did this last year. Stephanie and I coordinated the first Cinco de Mayo, and it turned out pretty good. So we decided to have a second one, and we are going to have, this is on Thursday, May the 3rd, coming up next week, and we're going to have Jim Logan is going to be there, and he's going to do the emceeing for us and the music, and we're going to have a Spanish dance troupe there. We had them last year. They were very entertaining, did a great job, and also some games, tortilla toss, a piñata party, so there'll be some activities that kids can enjoy also. And the big thing I think that really went over well last year was the Chihuahua race. And we held it in Prison Brews bocce ball courts, so it made for the perfect race lanes.
Yeah.
And we had a costume contest, and we had the race, and everybody really enjoyed it, and we had a great evening.
Well, that sounds like fun. I know during Oktoberfest they always have the Dachshund race
Yes.
and the Dachshund Derby, so this is kind of like a variation on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Cinco de Mayo, obviously, 5th of May. Any reason why you're having it on the 3rd of May?
We just decided there were so many things going on, and it kind of follows our Thursday night themes that we have in our downtown events a lot of times. So we just figured we might have a little early. That way we're not competing with a lot of the other events happening actually on the 5th of May. There's race. I know there's a 5K run and an adventure race, and there's some other things going on. So
It's also Kentucky Derby Day.
yes.
Oh, okay. Well, now you can have a 3-day party. You can
There
start
you
celebrating
go.
on the 3rd and go all through the weekend. Well, another thing that's coming up, another Jefferson City tradition, is Downtown Dinner Dash. And Stephanie, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. This year, the Downtown Dinner Dash is just a week after the Cinco de Mayo event. It will be on Thursday, May 10th, and the registration starts at 5:30. For that event, Cinco de Mayo is a free event open to the public. This event, you actually need tickets, and the tickets are $50 each, but tickets include a meal and drinks and admission to an after party. So And so the event is going to be great. It's down, I think it's the city's only progressive style dinner, and it's kind of a tradition in downtown. And what happens is people will register for the event and then find out which appetizer location they're going to. So they'll go to one of the businesses around downtown, enjoy some appetizers with some friends, and then they'll find out which dinner location they're going to, and they'll go to a dinner location and enjoy dinner, and then everyone kind of meets up at the corner of Madison and High for an after party of sorts, and there'll be music and some people just, you know, hanging out and maybe a little bit of entertainment that night. So it's really fun.
So it's kind of like you get to sample the different restaurants that downtown has to offer, because there's quite a few of them.
You do, and the participating appetizer locations are Capital City Cork, Gumbo Bottoms, J. Finney's Sports Bar, Sports Grill and Pub, Mortimer Kegley's, Prison Brews, and Spectators. And so that list includes 2 businesses that are actually new to the area, and this will be their first time participating in the Dinner Dash. And then the dinner locations will be the G2 Gallery, Madison's, and Bones. So really great options. The food's going to be great. You know, it's a great night to maybe get your girlfriends or your guys together and, you know, declare kind of a night out on the town, or maybe have a date with your significant other, and it's going to be really fun.
And so people don't know where they're going till they show up for the event then?
That's right.
Correct.
That's new this year. There's a lot of trendy things going on. You know, we see about like flash mobs and pop-up dinners and kind of something to generate a little bit more excitement. So, you know, if you want to just go to your favorite restaurant, you can do that any night. So part of the fun of the event is to kind of make it an adventure. So you show up and there's a number you can call to register your group of friends to make sure you stay with your friends, but then you guys go as a group to different locations, and it kind of just makes it a little bit more fun. It's all kind of part of the night and part of the event, so we're excited.
You have an appetizer at one place, and then you'll go to dinner at another, but you won't find out until
the night of. When you register.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes the hardest thing about going to dinner is figuring out where you're going to do it, so that kind of takes away that problem.
It does. You're just along for the ride.
Yeah.
And these are all great places.
Yeah, and it might make you go and try something that you wouldn't normally try, or you know, just wouldn't get around to. So that's a really cool idea. I like that.
Good.
Well, Stephanie, we talked a little bit about this during the first half of the show, but I think it's important to mention it again because it's another big thing in Jefferson City that's coming up, and it happens all summer long. And I know Thursday Night Live is something that you guys are looking forward to. And obviously, as Lance said, Thursdays are a theme. You got the Cinco de Mayo thing on Thursday, the Dinner Dash the following Thursday, but then after a couple of weeks, we get into June, and tell us what happens.
Well, the Thursday Night Live starts back up this year on June 7th, and we'll run all Thursdays in June and then one Thursday in September. And we're just really excited. We had a great turnout last year. I mean, thousands of people in downtown. We have more and more people coming in to participate. There are more activities for both kids and adults. There was a lot of entertainment last year, and I think Lance knows a little bit more about the first event. On June 7th.
The first Thursday Night Live is Some Like It Hot, and it's the theme comes about because the firefighters are in town for their annual training that week. So we tried to think up with something that would give them an opportunity to come downtown too while they're here. And so there's going to be the bands and all the they're trying to, I think, do some type of demonstration that involves the firefighters. So along with that.
Well, it's a nice backdrop too, because if you go over by the Capitol there, you see the firefighters' centennial flags up on display right now, and obviously this year they're celebrating their centennial. So that's a really cool tie-in.
Yeah.
And I know that something that a lot of people were talking about was during one of the Thursday Night Lives in June, you guys kind of make a beach in Jefferson City.
Yeah, that will be the last Thursday Night Live in June, and that'll be the beach party when they bring in the sand. And usually they've had a sand sculptor also do something in the area where they dump the sand, so it turns out to be pretty neat.
These events, we'll talk a little bit about Cinco de Mayo and then go down onto the Dinner Dash and Thursday Night Lives. Are they geared toward a certain age group or a certain crowd? Like Cinco de Mayo. That sounds like something that kind of everyone can participate in.
It is. Both events involve the Festival District, which is new that just brought about last year, and that was a city initiative that now is available too, and that allows our downtown bars to offer drinks by the glass, and people can enjoy the beverage and walk around. But again, we've had great success with it, and it's still a very family-friendly atmosphere, and so we just encourage everybody to come down to both these events and enjoy them.
I know the kids really enjoyed the sand, in
Right.
particular at Thursday Night Live, and then the library's been very involved in bringing some things down. I know last year they brought down life-size chess pieces and checkers, and the kids really got into that. So, and I think there was also some motorcycle sports and
Yeah.
other things being exhibitioned those nights, and so the kids really enjoy watching that kind of stuff too. So it's
Yeah.
really fun for all ages.
Yeah, and that's one thing I've noticed about restaurants and things downtown is you can go out to eat there and you can bring your kids with you, and it's a good environment for them
Yeah.
to be in. Now the Dinner Dash, if you want to buy your kid a $50 ticket, I guess you could, but most people will probably figure that one out on their own. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Well, that sounds great. Sounds like be something for the whole family to do then
Yes.
in May and June. And I'd like to thank both of you for coming on and talking about downtown Jefferson City.
Well, thank you
Thank
for having
you.
us, Gloria.
Thank you. We'd like to thank our viewers at home for watching JCTV and Community Connection. We're wrapping up for today, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more great JCTV programming. Thanks for watching.